All right, tonight we're going to break down this really short but super chilling story. You know the kind, the ones that get under your skin because they're all about the horror of being alone, or at least thinking you're alone. We're going to look at how this thing is built piece by piece to see what makes it so dang effective.
Okay, so this is the hook, right? And wow, is it efficient. It's just a masterclass. First part of the sentence, totally normal, safe. The second part, it just completely shatters that feeling of safety. The horror here isn't some big, scary monster. It's just a detail that's a little bit off. Something that's just plain wrong. And right away, you're on edge and you just have to know what on earth did they see in that window.
So let's get into the first part. See, good horror stories need a really strong foundation. And this one gets all its power from a classic tool, isolation. It's all about stripping everything away so that the tiniest strange detail feels absolutely massive. The setting is perfect. It's immediate, it's evocative. It's not just late, it's midnight, the witching hour. And it's not just any city, it's New York City, a place that's supposed to be packed with people and noise. So when you set a story there, the silence and the emptiness feel totally wrong, unnatural. And here we go. The feeling of isolation starts to zoom in. We go from this huge city to this one specific spot. And that little word, almost, that's so important. It kind of suggests this empty space that's just waiting to be filled, leaving just enough room in your mind for something else to be hiding in the corners.
And there it is. The trap is sprung. Our narrator is now in this closed, moving box with no easy way out. The almost is gone. Now it is entirely empty. That train car has basically become a private, sealed-off little room, and that just cranks the vulnerability up to 11.
This statement just locks it all in. It's so short, so final. It's the narrator setting the baseline for their reality. This is the solid ground they think they're on, right before the whole floor is about to drop out from under them.
Okay, so the stage is perfectly set. Total isolation. Now the story drops the first clue that something is really, really wrong. And it does it in such a clever way, by making the supernatural seem like it could just be, a simple trick of the eye.
This is so smart. The story sets up a rule, a pattern that you can predict. Train goes into a dark tunnel, the window turns into a mirror. That's just how physics works, right? It's normal. Great horror writing does this all the time. It establishes rules for one very simple reason, so it can break them later. And that's when things get terrifying.
And here it is, the first glitch in the system. The way this is worded is so crucial. It's not a clear look. It's just a split-second glimpse. That little bit of doubt is what psychological horror is all about. It's just quick enough that you could dismiss it, and it creates this battle in your head between what your eyes just saw and what your logical brain tells you is possible. And this is the question that keeps the narrator and us completely hooked. That doubt is so relatable. I mean, it's our brain's first defense against the terrifying idea that maybe the world doesn't work the way we thought it did. The story invites you to try and explain it away, right before it yanks that safety net away for good. And so we get to this major turning point. The narrator makes a decision. They stop questioning what they saw, and instead, they actively look for proof. This is that moment of truth, moving from just being scared to actively investigating. And this right here is the heart of the horror. The impossible is now confirmed. In the reflection, there's a tall, still figure. But when the lights come back on, nothing. The real terror is your brain trying to hold two completely contradictory ideas at once. It's like your mind is short-circuiting. One of those has to be a lie, and that is a truly terrifying thought.
And now, things change. Big time. This thing, whatever it is, isn't just a quiet observer anymore. It's about to communicate. And in horror, when the monster talks, everything changes. It completely closes that gap between the watcher and the one being watched.
Oh, this detail is so creepy because of how close it is. It's not some noise from the other end of the car, it's words just appearing on the glass, right there. It's a total violation of personal space, but without a single touch, which somehow makes it even more tense. Just 3 little words that basically turn the act of looking into a weapon. This isn't just confirming that our narrator is being watched. No, this is a power move. The entity is turning the tables, making it clear that the narrator isn't just seeing something weird anymore. They are the target of it.
So, this brings us to the grand finale of the story. There's one last twist that takes that rule we learned at the beginning of the trip and just shatters it into a million pieces. leaving us with a final image that is just pure nightmare fuel.
And that's the punchline, the absolute worst part. Remember that rule? The reflection is only supposed to show up in the dark tunnel, but now it's just hanging there in the glass, even with the lights on. By breaking its own rule, this thing is proving it's not a trick of the light anymore. The wall between our world and whatever that is, it's dissolving.
And that's where the story leaves us, with this impossible choice and no easy answers. Do you jump off the train into a dark, unknown tunnel? Or do you just sit there, frozen, with that thing standing behind you in the glass, and just pray you make it to the next station? It's a brilliant final question that puts all the horror right on your shoulders. So, what would you do?